Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. We have Alex in the building with us. We are unfortunately down a co-host, Therese. If you missed out, she is taking a little pause this week, but she'll be back possibly next week. We haven't decided yet because it's the Thanksgiving holiday. So I know all of us have a bunch of stuff going on. So we haven't decided yet, but there is a possibility we might not have a stream next week to be off. So, but if we do get anything in, I'm hoping to squeeze in Dreamcatcher. That's one I've promised people that I would do, and I also want to do. So that will happen. But tonight we made a little bit. We made a little bit of a game day decision choice. Originally, we were supposed to do CLC, but we got the blessing to do Kiss of Life. So we are doing Kiss of Life tonight instead. We will do CLC at some point. We just felt like Kiss of Life is new. They've just come out, and there's a lot of buzz around them, so it would make more sense for us to do them. So I don't know if you have any extra comments, Alex, to add to that, but that was my very grandiose intro.
Nope, you nailed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think we just decided that CLC, since they're a disbanded group or a inactive group, will sort of it's evergreen kind of. So
Sure, sure,
we'll
sure.
do it when things are calmed down a little bit because things are a little crazy with comebacks and stuff that we have been planning on doing and putting off for a while. So we're gonna try to keep up
Yeah,
with
we have
current stuff.
we have a lot of cooking. So if we can try to do one next week, we will, but like I said, no guarantees. I'd like my friends to enjoy their holiday. So I am the psychopath that will continue to press on and make videos. So um but yeah, Kiss of Life, I know absolutely nothing about them. I did, ironically enough, while I was on Instagram, I just gave them a follow because I was like, oh, this seems interesting. Maybe we'll get around to it. And I watched like some of their like Instagram dance videos, and I realized that like half my Instagram feed is now like K-pop, and the other half is like meme stuff, and the other half is like just metal music, the type of stuff that I particularly listen to, but now is becoming more diverse. So shout outs to diversity. Very sick. But we
Shout
are
out, we love it.
we love it, I can't wait to show y'all my Spotify rap this year. It's gonna be off the wall. Gonna be cooking.
Yeah.
But anyway, Crusoe, how's it going? But yeah, we're doing Kiss of Life. I don't know anything about this group other than just following them on Instagram. So, Alex, do you have a little backstory on the group? Because they're very new, aren't they? Like pretty new.
Yeah, they're pretty. They debuted in July. Uh, but something cool about them is they've released for just debuting in July. They've released a lot of videos.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's not like a ton. I think we have 8 to go through today, so it won't be a super long stream.
Yeah.
But it'll be good. Little info on Kiss of Life is they're a 4-member girl group under S2 Entertainment. Previously, that company had a group named Hot Issue that I was a big fan of.
Mm.
That unfortunately disbanded, but their new group is Kiss of Life. People are particularly, I think, hype and interested in this group because the backgrounds of the members are very interesting. You have 2 members from the U.S. You have one
Hmm.
of their members, Natty, who was on the show 16 and competed to join twice. She
Wow.
was very young, very young. She actually ended up beating Momo in a dance competition. Um, and
Oh my
like knocking
god.
Momo out, I think, in the competition. But Momo got like uh I don't know, Thanos snapped back into the group.
Okay.
Um, so she's been around for a while. She
Okay.
debuted as a solo artist herself a few years ago. And then she also was on a competition show called Idol School,
Okay.
which resulted in a group called From-9 that we might get around to eventually at some point.
Maybe.
So she's kind of been like a little bit of an industry underdog for a while. Like
Hmm.
she's talented, she's been grinding, she's been doing the competition shows. She's been around forever. She's Thai, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
Um, and she finally debuted in a group, which everyone's like hype on that. Everyone's stoked to see her. And then the other cool thing about them is that they all come from different large companies in the industry. So you have Natty, who is an ex JYP trainee.
Oh,
She
okay.
was in the 16 show for twice.
Mm-hmm.
You have Belle, who was an SM trainee. She's obvious. Obviously shows she's a fantastic vocalist. Haneul is their youngest member. She was a trainee at Hybe, which is like
Yep.
BTS, TXT, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And who did I not mention? Julie, their leader, was a trainee at the Black Label, and the Black Label is a subsidiary label of YG with Blackpink and Somi and stuff.
Ooh.
Somi is actually part of the Black Label, so she would be under. She was training under the same label as Somi.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So people think it's cool. It's like you got a girl from every one of the big four,
The
kind
pillars.
of like come
Yeah.
together. Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty cool. Another good thing to note is they debuted all. I think they're all of age.
Okay.
Like they have a mature concept. I don't know
Oh.
if I'm
Okay.
kind of tiptoeing around the way I
Okay.
described this. They
Okay.
have a
Okay.
little mature. They have a mature concept, but they're not. They don't have a mature concept with like a 13-year-old member. They have a mature concept with adults. All of them are adults. So
Okay.
that's like also really refreshing and good to see
So it's not. It's
because
not. It's not controversial, is what you're saying.
yes,
Okay. That's
in the
what I
sense of
was picking
like
up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's just a little info. So the way that the songs are gonna go here is they did all four members released solo songs uh in anticipation of the first mini album.
Mm.
And they all tell an intertwining story, all four of the music videos.
Love that.
And then there will be two group songs that also feature on that first mini album that also are part of that story. They all tie together. Um, that's pretty much it.
It is.
I think if
I was gonna say it is kind of
uh,
crazy that all four of the members were from each individual like larger zeitgeist of like K-pop. That's pretty impressive. And for them, I think if anything, it's really cool from my perspective of like it's cool to see like them really kind of like I don't want to say struggle is a terrible word to say, but like it's cool to see them again be that underdog and kind of like all four of them know that like they have tried to battle their way into different groups to obviously be in a larger group and for them to all kind of connect together to create like I don't want to. I guess it's in essence, it is kind of a little bit of a super group per se, just because again, it's coming from each individual larger
yeah, there are some interesting things about it. Like
stories.
a lot of people would think that Julie, I think 'cause she's the oldest, would
Mm-hmm.
be too old to debut, even though I think she's like 23. She's like obviously not too old.
Yeah,
But in
in
when
K-pop, yeah,
currently when we're debuting 13, 14, 15-year-old members
it's
in most
different.
groups
Yeah,
now, it's very different.
yeah,
So it's cool in a sense of like that we're debuting a group that's like able to do these heavier concepts and a group that is a group of adults and that have had like life experiences and stuff
mm-hmm.
because I think it lends well to their concept and the stories they're telling being more believable.
Sure, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I guess it's I would argue it's harder to come to grips with a you know a 13-year-old speaking about something like this versus like an 18 plus. Yeah, that
Exactly.
checks out. But we're gonna get into the first song, which is Sugarcoat. This is Natty's solo. Is that, did I pronunciate that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Natty, Natty.
Okay, well, let's get into Natty's first song. Okay.
I think they have subs for all their videos as well.
상자 속에 내 모습이 더는 두렵지 않은 tonight. 가슴에만 묻던 말이 하얀 나비처럼 flying 날 없도록 feel so good. 솔직한 내 모습까지 이해받지 못한데도 괜찮아 난 I love me. Sugarcoat 따위 벌써 던진 날.
Some impressive dance skills.
He's a fantastic dancer.
Interesting setup.
Thank you. Next.
It couldn't have made those stairs any creakier. All right, guys, that was the first song, Sugarcoat. That is Natty. Man, this was great. I like this one a lot. This one,
Yeah.
oh,
Groovy R&B.
whoo, yeah. That's like, yeah. It felt like a '90s kind of like hip hop R&B kind of song, especially like with the synth modulation, like the way that like some of those like higher synths remind me a lot of like a little bit of like older like Snoop Dogg stuff. Like I guess it's more like West Coast hip hop kind of thing. So that was very sick. Natty's vocals are insane. Like I was gonna
Yeah,
say, like layering with a purpose is so good, and I feel like this is a
it
great.
is very cool how she's like sort of always kind of been known as and like a praised for being such a good dancer, but her vocals are also like top
Yeah,
notch. She has such a light voice and like all those. There's so many vocal runs
yeah,
in the song that are like really smooth, and she has such a nice light voice, and they do a lot of like that. I guess what they do a lot for like this not kind of early 2000s R&B, smooth
yeah.
R&B kind of vibe is where like they use the vocals a lot as like layered vocals almost as an instrument and like
Mhm.
sort of carries the rhythm a little bit. Really good. It's really really smooth, and that along with like her acting and like the dancing clips they show, and I feel like it's a good package.
Yeah, I think it makes you. I think it's cool that, as you mentioned earlier, how all the stories are interweaved. And I think, as me, as someone who enjoys a good storyline, I'm curious how all of these are going to kind of get woven together. Um,
Okay.
because I do think it makes it more intriguing, just because, like, some of the other artists that we've covered in the past, like, there are some bands that there's some groups that have lore, there's some groups that don't have as much lore. So for something to be like, I guess, integral in the sense for them to make a music video and for all the members to have a specific storyline and for them all to be interwoven together. I think that's something that they would want people to know about this group, maybe as opposed to other groups where, you could just listen to the music and be like, okay, with just being like, oh, it's just music. Great. Love it. You know what I mean? Like, so I love that. But yeah, Natty was great. I think both in the dancing perspective, like the way that she got some of those shots of like her dancing out, and like I guess it's like a park or something, or some sort of like
Yeah. So
intersection or whatever.
I'm talking about like the concept of the video a little bit, obviously. So like so in this video she's homeless.
Yes.
You see that from the first scene. She's sleeping on a park bench. Um, she's basically this video is basically depicting her as like a girl kind of like struggling on the streets to make it as an artist, struggling to get by, busking, which is like dancing for or like
Yeah.
street performing for money.
Yeah.
She's like busking on the street to get money to like buy herself a burger or to like buy herself deodorant, and that dude like comes over and harasses her about
Yeah.
stealing. She sees the audition thing. She takes the audition uh,
So on and so forth.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of just her story is sort of just struggling out
Yeah.
there. Don't have much else going on. Just trying to get to the audition and hope that something works out for her.
Yeah. Which is cool. I think it makes you want to root. Obviously, I know it's not a character, but I think it makes you want to root for this to happen, even though it's like figmented in some way. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a true reality, but it gives you that sort of an inclination to be like, oh my god, that's awesome. Like she's doing it. Kudos. So, but yeah, the song itself is great. I really enjoyed it. Crusoe said this is probably still my favorite of the solos. So I feel like that's a pretty
Okay.
high bar to set. But the next one we have it's going to be Belle. So this one
Let's do it.
this is Countdown. So let's give it a listen.
And I know Belle wrote this song herself.
Ooh.
She's an accomplished songwriter. She has written for Le Seraphim. She's written for Purple Kiss. She's a pretty accomplished songwriter.
Okay. Let's go, Belle. Respect. Let's get into it. Countdown.
두루루뚜뚜. 우와. 밤이 길었던 것 같아. 희미한 빛이 눈을 떠난 몸을 일으켜 피어나 볼까 오늘도 새롭게 제일 좋아하는 플레이리스트 그런 아무것도 아닌 sorrow 꽤 달콤한 never mind. 어색한 나도 좋아, it's so fine. 멈추지 마, 그대로 just move it like that. 너만 좋아, so that I just do it again. Shout out, wanna spray. 말은 끝나간데도 still on my way. Time after time, 울었을지 몰라 잠깐. 시간이 됐어, 이제 get your head up high. Leave me alone. This is what I am. Why should I have to be a perfect daughter? Why can't you just accept me? 이제 get your head up high. Countdown 모두 준비됐어 now. Get right 가고 싶은 대로 make a kickstart. Gotta move on. 말해 오직 나만의 word. Yeah. Get down 시작할게 내 rebound. No down 여기 나만의 ring. Let the gloom out. Get the groove in. Better life till I'm alive. 저 넘어 level까지 타볼래. 원하는 곳 어디든지 가볼래. No more tears now. No more sighs now. 손을 뻗어 dive into the world. So now 잠시 눈을 감아봐. Hear me out 나의 소리 들어. Need no questions. Need no answers. 느껴 오직 나만의 move. Yeah. Oh, 끝이 없는 my playground. Light up 비춰 내 위한 beat. Let the gloom out. Get the groove in. Better life till I'm alive. Oh.
All right. That was Countdown by Belle. I'm not gonna lie, that scene where like her mom comes into the bedroom, I was just like, damn, that one, I felt that. That one hurt.
Yeah, hers is a little harsher.
Which I mean, I get. Like, I feel like the song, I feel like the song kind of pulls from that sort of energy too. Like, especially in the chorus, like the way that like there's like a little bits of like yelling and stuff like that she like screeches almost. That like
She
incorporates
conveys the emotion very well.
for sure, for sure.
So I guess talk about the song first.
Sure.
I like it almost has like that like bedroom pop use of guitar.
Oh sure, yeah.
Especially like in the beginning and stuff. It's really nice. Like her voice is very. I don't even think this is like the best showcase of her voice. I think it's good, but like she's like an all-star singer. It's crazy. Probably like one of the best voices we've heard so far. But she does a really good job, I think, of like utilizing the sharpness of her voice in this, especially when she does those like kind of like yelly things or like towards the end when she does like little belts that really like cut through like the mix, especially when she's using like a really gritty guitar for that drop. You know what I mean? Like that's what that is. That's just like a
distorted guitar. Yeah,
it's just like a really distorted modulated guitar. I don't even know if it's a real guitar or if it's like a
synth or
like a MIDI guitar or like a
yeah.
synth or like a synth guitar replica or something. It's hard to tell. But it's really cool. It's like a cool use of real or close to real instrumentation being like
portrayed,
phoned in
sure,
to switch up the song from like having your typical like acoustic guitar, like a similar sound that it started with. Because it's nice in the pre-chorus, you get like a really nice acoustic guitar, and it's cool when it drops to sort of like that, not EDM, but like when the beat hits, it's still a guitar, which is cool.
Yeah, it distorts in that way. Yeah, I would also agree. I think the song was very good. I think that I'd be curious to see, because even Crusoe in the chat said that like she's a ridiculous talent all around. So I feel like a lot of people have high expectations for Belle in this group. So I'm gonna hold my reservation on what I feel like I feel like the song suited the emotion very well. It suited the music video well. So I think in that aspect, it was very, very poignant in that way. Um, but yeah, the moments where she was like belting and doing a little bit more emoting and like having more of that emotion, like I could feel that. Like that was like I could feel that in my chest. Like, and I think that that's important, and I am gonna hold on to that thought because I do think that maybe more Kiss of Life tracks are gonna have that sort of moments where she like that stuff's gonna cut through a little bit more, and I'm gonna be like, that's Belle, 100%. Like, so I think it gives me a good precursor for what I imagine is coming next. But yeah, I thought it was a solid song. Like, it definitely has like a bedroom pop, like kind of feel to it. Yeah. Um, which was I think suited the song well and kind of counteracted that like really emotive, really like heartfelt kind of performance that she gave in the music video, So
Yeah. So talk about, I guess, what the contents of the video are. Basically, it's like, your prodigy daughter being raised by, strict Asian mom who basically wants her daughter to live up to this ballet dream
sure, yeah.
where she's like feeding her scraps of a salad for dinner. And obviously there's turmoil in the relationship with her parents, and her mom and dad like are obviously at ends with it as well, because you have the scene with like the dad going and sitting in his car by himself and just looking at old videos of the family getting along.
Yeah.
You've got like her locking herself away to like find peace and
Eat some
like
candy.
be herself. And yeah, and she's got her overbearing mom, breaking in, and obviously, and she ends up running away at the end to get away, which is what happens when you like, you like a
Push someone to that point.
helicopter parent
Yeah.
and push your kids, and
Yeah, it's yeah, and I think, like I said, I think she did a great job of conveying that sort of like distress that you would feel, in that way. So I think that um, I think it was carried very well. Um, and again, I liked her performance in this. So I thought that was a good way to highlight, I guess, her abilities as like more of a performer on top of being, a great songwriter and also
yeah.
singer. So it's
I
kind
will
of a
say
full
something
package.
something that I don't want to say bothered me, something that I guess that I noticed was
Mm.
that this video has a lot more conflict going on,
Oh, for sure.
as far as like the storytelling and the scenes go. I found it a little distracting from the song at times.
That's fair.
Um, Especially like the scene where she's like fighting with her mom about like her mom stops her at the door with like what she's wearing, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like pushing each other.
yeah.
It goes on for like a long time, and it really is like a really good part of the song when it kind of climaxes towards the end. And I feel that like some scenes like that kind of take away from what you can listen to because you're paying so much attention to what's going on screen.
Sure. Yeah, it's
Um,
visual versus auditory. Yeah.
yeah, so I think sometimes that for this song, it took listening to it off the video or watching the video a couple times to really hear everything that I think the song lends.
Sure.
But
Yeah. I would agree with you on that as well. I think there are definitely some moments where I was like watching the MV and I was like, I think the story is great, but I also feel like sometimes it's can be a little bit of a detractor if you're like trying to focus on the musicality of it. But I understand it's like it's a whole art piece. It's like you gotta
yeah,
have the issues that drives everybody to the same end goal of them being in a group together. So I think there is that level of conflict that you have to have, but otherwise it was very good. I think I would be curious to I probably will take a listen to this in more of this song setting, just listen to the solo song by itself without the music video. So I will let you guys know if that changed it or not. But we will move on to the next one, which is Julie. This is her solo song called Kitty Cat. So very stoked about this one. So let's hop into it.
Everybody say ooh, Everybody say yeah. 여기저기 say my name. Don't cross the line like this. Someone call me weak. 매번 연필 없이 많잖아. Someone call me free. 미움받고 해도 나 won't regret. Someone set the beat. You know I'll be the baddest in this town, but 하루 정도는 예쁨밖에 원해. 가축해진 손톱 good, you know that. 헝클린 머리숱, 뭐 I don't care. 어떤 꼴을 하더라도 I want much of you know I can tell you all about me. All I know is me and I. 너를 안으려다가 할퀴어 상처를 줘 난 도와줘 오지 말아줘 그게 미워서 맘 미안하니 나줘 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 없다고 하면 kid 말 좀 세울지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth Watch yourself for this queen for the night kinda itty bitty rap 미안해 안 봐줄래 대충 날리는 my kiss 내겐 돌겠지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth Watch yourself for this queen for the night Put your hands in the air Boy, you come along, been waiting a long time But you know I come along, leave your time, make it the one Can't be that hurt, I ain't done 앙큼이 사랑되던 꼴이 나의 radar 아무것도 모르는 척 널 보면 갸우대 Stop looking at me! Stop! 널 보면 갸우대 재빨리 jump up, wanna look like a jaguar 장난꾸러기 내로 but damage you do better I go higher 네 머리 위에 play on 도도하게 앉아 looking down All I know is me and I 죽어라고 달아나 다시는 나를 닮은 night 불켜죽하지 말아줘 그게 미워서 맘 미안하니 나줘 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 없다고 하면 kid 말 좀 세울지 몰라 Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth Watch yourself for this queen for the night We just go, we just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride, we just whoa, we just vibe, we just go, we just ride. 길은 모르지만 go. 나줘 kitty kitty cat 미묘함에 숨긴 vibe 없다고 하면 kid 말 좀 세울지 몰라. Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth. Watch yourself for this queen for the night. kinda itty bitty rap 미안해 안 봐줄래. 대충 날리는 my kiss 내겐 돌겠지 몰라. Shush baby with your chitty chatty mouth. Watch yourself for this queen for the night. 나줘 kitty kitty cat 나줘 kitty kitty cat.
All right, that was Julie and Kitty Cat. I'll be honest. I don't know how I felt about that one. I don't know how I felt about that one.
I think that the general consensus from what I've seen so far is this is not everyone's favorite. And for me, like Julie is my favorite member of the group. But I agree that it's not the best showcase in my opinion.
Okay.
I think it's fine. It's like a chill hip hop vibe. Like it gives I don't think you know the song, but there's a song called Lifted by CL.
Okay.
CL to tie everything back is Julie has a very YG way of rapping. She was in the Black Label, it makes sense. She raps very similarly in style to a lot of YG rappers.
Okay.
Specifically, CL was the rapper from 21.
Okay. Okay.
So she has a song called Lifted that's a very similar vibe. It's kind of like this chill, laid back, kind of like...
It's got kind of an indie feel to it, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, kind of like indie hip-hop kind of thing where... doesn't really do too much, but it's just like vibey.
I feel like it's just neutral. I don't think it's doing any favors to the song, but I don't think it's detracting from the song. It's just kind of there, you know? And I think for me, I kind of got, especially instrumentally, it reminds me, for whatever reason, it reminds me of like Lord, like Royal. You know how like that's got like a really kind of like
Yeah,
odd like
yeah,
song structure. The way that the song is like played out is in a similar way. Um, I thought some of like the instrumentation was like odd, so I thought maybe by chance it would have been like some of the more like wackier. Like I thought Julie was gonna be a part of like SM or something where like it's a like they're a little bit more unconventional with like maybe the stylistic portion of like music. Um, but yeah, I think it's inoffensive. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. It's just kind of like I
hmm
would kind of hope that there would be more out of it, because if you're putting all of this effort into solo songs, I thought that it would be you would want to have somebody portrayed off very well. Like you would want to make sure like if this is a group that has four members and they are all like underdogs and they're all like fighting for this, have all fought for this opportunity to be in a K-pop group, I just thought that, at least from my perspective, I would hope that you would want to have a solo song that kind of, I want to say reflects that sort of underdog mentality, but I would hope that you'd maybe want to release a song that you're like, holy shit, like we're gonna, instead of like knocking on the door, I feel like I would want something that people would just like kick the door down and be like, oh shit, like this group's really gonna take off now, like that's insane, So I felt like
yeah.
this song was inoffensive, but I would have hoped that there would have been something that I was kind of hoping for something. That was what, like, as I was listening to the song, I was like, okay, we're getting this verse. All right, this is cool. It's a little vibey. I like it. I'm feeling it. Then we got to the chorus, and I'm like, okay, nothing didn't change. Nothing changed too much. All right, well, let's go back to the verse. Maybe we'll get something different. And just kind of felt like it just flowed, which was nice. But yeah, I would have hoped that there would have been something a little extra that would have just driven the point home, or maybe like I don't even know, maybe like a tempo change would have been interesting, or like I think that it was not the best representation, but like I can get an idea of how she goes about like singing and like kind of rapping and doing all of this kind of in between stuff, where I'm like, okay, I get it. And again, I don't know the lifted comparison, so that's maybe like out the window for me. But if I feel like if I have listened to some group like that, then maybe this song, I might be able to put this song more in a perspective, I guess.
I feel like the lifted comparison would connect if you heard it. I think it's pretty spot on.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Crusoe said the same thing, so I would assume
yeah.
it's good. But Crusoe also said, it's my least favorite. It's fun, but the other three are too good. So I feel like that may have said it all. But I mean, no diss to Julie. I don't want to give her any hate, but I would. I feel like if you're talented, which I know for a fact she is, I would hope that the song would be kind of delivering in that way. But maybe it might be with the title tracks or like some other songs. So we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, and just to touch on like what's going on in her video is
Mm,
hers is a little bit hers is a little lighter.
I would agree.
It's kind
Yeah.
of just a girl who's kind of like into partying and maybe getting a little carried away with partying, maybe getting taken advantage of a little bit, maybe like going too hard.
Going a little crazy.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but just like having fun with her friends and kind of just she has, I guess, taken the audition paper too and is looking to
Join this
change,
group.
do something with herself or like change her life. Not as clear cut, I think, as the other two with the like what the message.
I would agree.
I think it's sort of the same thing for Haneul's in the last one.
Okay.
I think her message is the story in Haneul's is, I think, actually a little more positive than it is
Hmm.
negative, but I think it's up for interpretation. But we can go ahead and start on hers.
All right. Well, this is Haneul and their song "Play Love Games." So let's get into this one.
뻔하지 않은 유배 두 눈에 딱 눈에 띈 어딘가 좀 했던
Can you tell she's the youngest member?
No.
장난기 어린 눈빛 수줍은 척 와르심 자꾸 밀고 당기는 나 마치 play love games 하품한 나도 party 나쁜 한 송년 dance
Wow, okay.
어떻게지 feel love this fast 오늘 날 처음 보기 전엔 주변 모든 것이 흐려져 얼른 내게로 거리 좁혀도 그런 네 맘을 아는 것처럼 수면 이 밤이 정리가 바뀌어
That sub bass is wild.
The use of all the vocals in the background is great.
Yeah.
분명 너에겐 꿈만 같을 테니 Try baby try 용기 내봐요 뭘 망설이냐 boy 수많은 사람들 속에 오직 you 날 선택은 너 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 minutes 흐르는 시간을 잊은 듯이 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you finish 내게 빠져버린 지금 눈물 같은 friend 뻔하지 않은 유배 두 눈에 딱 눈에 띈 어딘가 좀 했던 silhouette 단숨에 네 맘을 설레게 해 장난기 어린 눈빛 수줍은 저 와르심 자꾸 밀고 당기는 나 마치 play love games 라라라라라라라라라라라 짓궂게 널 흔들어 놔 이건 play love games Hey baby baby hey baby it's me 왜 그래도 지금만 구는지 I'm better better than you've ever seen 나에게 그저 사랑이란 pretty little thing Hey better miss me 날 단다는 차가운 물기 I'm better than you've ever seen 눈 뜨면 전부 끝나버린 게임 살짝은 못된 유배 거부할 수 없겠지 어딘가 좀 했던 silhouette 단숨에 네 맘을 설레게 해 장난기 어린 눈빛 솔직히 뭐가 나 심 자꾸 밀고 당기는 나 마치 play love games 자신 없음 물러섰다 이건 play love games
All right, guys. That was Play Love Games. And that was Haneul, which is very cool.
Different vibe.
Different vibe. Yeah, all four of them have been wildly different. This one I enjoyed. I thought this was very it was very cutesy. If that's one adjective I can use to describe it. It almost has like a nursery rhyme kind of feel to it, you know? It's got kind of like that.
I forget what it is like a the song is based around something. Like the melody is based around something. I
Yeah.
do not remember what it is.
It sounds like a
somebody
kid's.
knows.
It sounds like a kid's like show or like
Yeah, it has a very nursery rhyme sound
nursery
to it.
rhyme sound to it. Yeah, so I think that lends itself very well. I also liked the like really like insane like sub bass going on in this song. It was actually kind of wild, and then it's doubled up by like that like horn, like the horn sounds. I thought that was pretty interesting, like directional wise. That was very cool. I did like that you pointed out the different like vocal layering going on, because there was like a lot of vocal structure going on in this track where I was like,
Yeah, there was
not expecting it.
there was parts where it had like sample. It sounded like they were sampling clips of her falsetto vocals and using it as like the background instrumentation. It was really cool.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, it was definitely, I would say, yeah, it was definitely a different song. I don't even know if I can really kind of compare it to any of the other ones. I think all of them have kind of a unique style to them. But I don't know. I I think I might have to agree with Crusoe and say that Natty's might be my favorite out of the four. Not that I'm like choosing a favorite, but if I had to kind of like lay down one that resonated with me the most, I'd probably say Natty's probably.
You're in popular company. That's my favorite as well, and that's the favorite of most people. Like if you look at the stream numbers on Spotify, Natty's song is like very very heavily favored out of this EP.
That yeah, I feel like that makes sense, but Haneul's was not bad either. I would say that's probably
I
my.
like hers.
I think that would probably be my second pick, honestly. But I didn't think Belle's was bad, and I didn't think Julie's was really bad either. I think they were all kind of like good, but like if we're putting them all in, like if I was just looking at them from like a purely musical standpoint, there's just so much going on that Natty had, like vocal layering, the way that the song's structured out, the way that it's just kind of produced. And I'm also curious of whether or not they went to the same producer for all of these songs. I don't know if they did or not. That might alter, you know, because obviously each producer gives a different kind of input or take on the music. So I would imagine that if they all went to different producers, that would explain why it's like each one of them are individualized. But I don't
Well,
know.
they're all very correspondent to how the girls are in real
Mm,
life, in my opinion.
okay.
Um, like Haneul's song being like very nursery rhyme and like cutesy
Mm,
is very reflective of how she is, like out of the in like the variety content and their behind the scenes stuff.
okay. Okay.
Um, Natty having that like R&B vibe is just like it fits her really well. Julie having like the chill R&B or the hip hop thing, it suits them all really well. Like Belle having like the bedroom pop kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's her vibe.
They all
So
chose songs suited to them.
and Haneul's story in this song, I think, is the way I interpret it is that she basically is like trying to be a social media star, right?
Correct. Yeah,
She's
that's
trying
what
to
I
be
could
like a
get.
live streamer. She's trying to be like Instagram
Yeah,
famous or
I
whatever.
wouldn't know what that's like.
And that she feels and that it seems like she feels like she's being ostracized or feels like she's being judged by her classmates.
Oh, for
And
being a
maybe
streamer. Yeah. Okay.
well for like trying for like doing TikToks or like
Yeah. Yeah.
putting
Yeah.
herself out there. Like people can be cruel about that stuff.
Oh, for sure.
I guess where I get lost is I don't know if it's like they were never making fun of her or never looking at her like that, or if it was like only when she started getting more popular they started being
Caring
nice to her,
about
because
her.
at some
Yeah.
point they come up to her and they do dance with her and then she starts getting followers. So I don't know 100% like the story of exactly what
Storyline.
happened there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she was maybe misinterpreting the stares she was getting and that they were being friendly with her. But the end of the video, she gets herself involved with like what seems to be the popular crowd, um, which can always take a turn.
Yep. For sure. But yeah, no, I thought the storyline was very typical of like high school or middle school or whatever. So yeah, that makes sense. Crusoe says I kind of go back and forth between them. I think he's referring to both Natty's and Haneul's tracks, if I'm guessing correctly. And then Cloud, shout outs. How's it going, Cloud? To be fair, Natty was way more popular before her career with Kiss of Life. So
Yeah, that's fair.
possible.
But I think if yes, that's true. But I think the song is, I think the
More
song kind
suited.
of speaks for itself.
Sure. I would as someone who did not know of Natty before this point, I would also say listening to all four of the solo songs, I think that Natty has a better gauge on I guess what she's good at, I would assume, or at least like
Yeah, well, I sort of am just meaning like if Natty released um Julie's song I don't think that song would have done insane numbers just because it has Natty's name on it.
Fair, yeah. I wouldn't disagree with
I
that.
think the song carries a lot of weight, not just her name. Because
Correct.
she debuted as a solo artist prior to Kiss of Life, and
Oh,
she she did okay, but it didn't do great.
okay.
You know,
Sure.
like her numbers as a solo artist weren't
We're
what people would
astronomical.
think. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people know who Natty is. Like everyone is familiar with the name, but it wasn't very reflective in her solo debut.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
So
That makes sense. Well, the next song is by My Neverland. Is this is the first song where they're all together, or is this or
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Alright.
this is not the title track. This is another B-side, but this was pre-released for the title track. So
Alright.
this is still going in order.
Okay, perfect. All right, by My Neverland. Let's give it a listen.
Going round and around 저 태엽을 더 감지 않아 오르고 오른다고 전부 지워 Feel like I'm a no toy 더 자라지 않는 내 흉터 앞에 빠진 네 저지려 해서 wait one more friend oh, got me feeling it yeah 벽장 속에 든 상처 먼지 쌓인 밤난 더 숨고 싶거나 감추지 않아 Don't wanna stay more I don't care what you say I burn my Neverland 시계 위로 달려 장면을 넘겨 멈추고 싶지 않아 Yeah, we don't care what you say I burn my Neverland 돌아보지 않아 이 맘을 짓나 후회했던 way 없어 never come back Leave the hometown different somehow 멈췄던 내게 속에 fix it 가만던 IG 사라진 꿈눈 감지 마 No I can make it new No more regrets I'm tryna play a fair game 내 벽지 위로 변치 않던 아픔의 길을 재 두려웠던 yesterday Don't recall it passed away My fairy tale will be beautiful as starlight 벽장 속에 든 상처 먼지 쌓인 밤난더 숨고 싶거나 감추지 않아 Don't wanna stay more I don't care what you say I burn my Neverland 시계 위로 달려 장면을 넘겨 멈추고 싶지 않아 Yeah, we don't care what you say I burn my Neverland 돌아보지 않아 이 맘을 짓나 후회했던 way 없어 never come back And they all lived happily ever after 그딴 건 없어 뻔한 행복을 바라지는 않아 So I won't stop my time 아파도 잘하고 싶어 난 I get a little bit lonely 어른이 돼 now,
Ooh.
now, now, now. I don't care what you say I'm gonna take a train 비어버린 playground 나의 모래성 두고 가려 해 bye bye Yeah, we don't care what you say I burn my Neverland 이제 정말 떠나 긴 밤을 지나 후회했던 일 없어 never come back I'm living my hometown Why she said I don't know la la finally it's over inside of me I'm living my hometown Why she said I don't know finally it's over I'm sorry
What the hell?
And this is why you don't drive drunk, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. The fuck? What the, oh my god, they're gonna end it off like that?
And that's how
Oh,
the
the
girls
fuck?
meet. They had to meet somehow, right?
I don't think getting into a car.
Julie had to hit Natty with her car.
Oh my god.
For that to happen.
Oh boy. Anyway, this is by My Neverland by Kiss of Life. This was good. I like this. This was also another really well put together song. It's crazy because I can hear a lot of Belle's influence in this song. Like the little bed, it's got like a little good sprinkling of like that bedroom pop sound that we heard from her solo music.
Yeah.
So
It's
live acoustic
like
guitar.
it's like a ballad too.
Yeah, it was
It's
good.
like a little bit of like a slow rock ballad kind of.
Yeah. It's got a little rock ballady sort of flavor. I also love that again. I think all of their voices sound great together. I like the combination of all of them collectively, because I don't want to say I was a little bit more concerned, but I do think that the way that they kind of set everybody up individually led me to believe that the song was going to be like very all over the place. So for this to be a little bit, I think, pretty well fine-tuned, was quite a surprise to me, other than Natty getting hit by the car. That was also a shock in a completely different way. But yeah, enjoyed this song a lot. I don't think it's anything inoffensive about it, but it was a very good, like, ballady, like soft sort of song that I enjoyed.
I love the bridge in this song, especially like right at the end of the bridge where they do that like a little cut where I think it's Julie singing with just the acoustic guitar and just the raw vocals.
Yeah.
I think it's like that line where I don't care what they say, I'm gonna take a train.
Yes. Yeah.
That is such a good part of the song and such like a good step out of the song for a second.
Yeah.
Before it comes back in like full force and you get some like good vocals to wrap it up before Natty goes and jumps in front of a car.
So bad.
Yeah. But so obviously this video is like their how their paths cross. There's a lot of shots of what they were doing previously, but showing how the other girls are seeing them. You had Julie driving by Natty while she was busking. You had Natty staring into the clothing shop that she wishes she could afford to shop at with Haneul in there shopping.
Correct, yeah.
You have a lot of like intertwining stories that are kind of finally piecing together a little bit here. You have like how they all find out about the audition. A lot of good stuff.
Little firework action, which I feel like is the tie-in for all of the MVs thus far. So, yeah, good storytelling. I like it. It was very, very well put together. Some comments. Crusoe says the car was such a shock when I first saw it. It was the last thing I expected. The same. Obviously, you saw it. And then Julie tried sending Natty to Neverland. Oh, yeah. Boy. And Cloud said, "I like this one more than the title track." That's some high praise. So
fair.
We'll have to give title track a listen, which actually might be the next song. So
it is. Let's get into the last song from this mini album and era.
Nice. And it's Shush.
Yep.
All right. I don't know.
Can you do it like this, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I put the teaser here.
What the hell, man?
I'm not supposed to do the teaser.
That's all right.
I fucked up.
G, you did miss all the solos, unfortunately.
You just missed all the solos.
Literally just missed them, yeah. I'm just going to roll through the next one, unless the next one is not. This is it, right? No?
Nope.
What the hell, man?
Nope.
What are you doing?
I told you I accidentally put the teaser in instead of the title track.
I know. I'm saying this. Is this a title? Oh, so I have to go
No,
find
this
shit.
is the next. No, yes.
Okay. I was like, wait, what the hell? Is it actually
No, I
shit?
was adding. Yeah,
Okay.
just the title was so long that I saw and I didn't see like the teaser thing instead of the actual.
So this is it.
Yes.
Okay. And then
My bad.
I'll come
Sorry,
back.
everyone.
I'll go. Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay, so this is the actual music video. This is Well, let's give it a listen.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, can you feel me now? It's your night, you're so special. One thing I know about you. 나만 알고 있으면 된 거야. 누가 뭐라든지 넌 너야. 마치 하늘 옷은 벗어 던져라. Back it up, back it up. I'll wake you up, 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 up. Talk that shit. 내 숨은 on your lips. It's so sweet. 내 따로 찾아게 네가 상상대로. Just like this. 내 꿈은 on your lips. Love like this. 따라 흔들마, baby. Yeah, I really want, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really, yeah, I really want what I love. I can get enough. 내 표정 내 말투 다 호커토르. 지나가는 거리마다 들려 who's that girl? 먼저 꼽지 넌 who's hot like this? Why 둘러봐서 they're not like this? Sex and just walking in my zone. 머리 빗어 your back.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I really want what I love, I can get enough. It's your night, you're so special. One thing I know about you. 나만 알고 있으면 된 거야. 누가 뭐라든지 넌 너야. 마치 없는 옷은 벗어 던져내. I say back it up, back it up. I'll wake you up, 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 up. Talk that shit. 내 숨은 on your lips. That's so sweet. 내 따로 찾아게 네가 상상대로. Just like this. 내 꿈은 on your lips. Look like this. 내 따라 흔들마, baby. Like this. Yeah, like this. Can you do it like this? 네가 느끼는 감정 자연스런 너를 이끌어가. And we going hard cause we're
Woo.
we come back. Just like this. We gonna move like this. Walk like this. Just like this. We gonna move like this. Just like this. Baby.
Thank you. Next.
Everyone's auditioning now. Oh, the squad's here. What?
Yeah, I really want, yeah, I really want, yeah, I really, yeah, I really want what I love. I can get enough. 뻔히 보이는 네 표정에 쓰여진 question mark. No one 내게 다가갈 girl like me. 꿈에서 we're just here to vibe. Yeah, I really want, yeah, I really love. 이게 나인 걸 전부 벗어던진 모습은 holy. I want dance in the rain so slowly. Hey, hear me now? It's your mind, you're so special. One thing I know about you.
The piano fucking phrasing. Oh, so sick.
누가 뭐라든지 넌 너야. 마치 하늘 무슨 벗어 던져라 나 say. Back it up, back it up. I'll wake you up, 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 up. I like that. Talk that shit. 내 숨은 on your lips. It's so sweet. 내 따라 찾아가니까 상상대로. Just like this.
I just want to know who's saying bad shit in that like lower male tone.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off.
Yeah, just the producer.
Probably.
Real thing to pay attention to are these vocals at the end here.
Just like this, we gotta move like this. Right like this. Just like this, we gotta smooth like
Those
this.
whistle notes?
Just like this.
Okay, okay. On
Yeah, that's
point.
Belle for you.
Woo!
Yeah, so cool. First of all, cool to add like their dance practice ish,
Yeah,
like
I
at
love
the
that.
end there.
Yeah, it was
because
great.
it works as a great transition because they're going up to audition together, and then
Yeah.
it shows them doing the dance practice. So it's like that's their audition kind of.
It was
So it
great.
works really well. It's like a good way of showing credits and also like getting people to hear the song again.
And also to see them
Um,
like pull off some of these fire dance moves. It was on point.
Yeah, the dance is good.
Dance was fire. So, hello Kim, how's it going? Thank you for commenting in like all of the videos we've done recently. So much love. G says end of the video is fire. Can't agree. Loved it. Love this song. This is great. I feel like they put should just because they couldn't say shit, talk that shit. That's what I assume is the.
It's a little bit of a double entendre, right? Like a little bit of a play on pronunciation. right?
Yeah, talk that shit. It kind of sounds like they're saying shit, but I don't know. Maybe it.
Right.
Maybe
I
I'm
think
here.
that's what is supposed to be implied.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love this song. This was great. Like this is what I think I was expecting, and I think they fully delivered on that promise. So I like that. Very, very like vocally layered. Like some of those like ad-libby like group vocal parts were like money. They were so good. I think they add that extra layer into it. It kind of reminds me a lot of I'm trying to think of that group that God I can't remember them. It's like a girls group in America. It was like I think it's Fifth Harmony.
Fifth Harmony.
Yeah. How'd you know I was gonna say Fifth Harmony? That's kind of wild.
You said
Okay.
girl group in America. You know, only a couple
Yeah,
options.
There's only options. But yeah, it gave me that kind of like, especially with like the vocal runs and like some of like the whistle notes and like the way that they just popped off feels very evocative of that, but like even more so, because again, this one was kind of a little bit more of a shock to the system. You know, not that I didn't like some of the other songs that we've listened to thus far, but this one was like, I get it now. I get what they're cooking. You know, I know the chefs are cooking in the kitchen now. You know, so, but yeah, this is great. I think it highlighted them all very well. I love the kind of like trap kind of like sub bass like chorus wherever like you get these really cool like clicks and pops and like all of this like weird like vocal noise that just fits super well. It kind of reminds me, again, I know I keep referencing a lot of Snoop Dogg, but it does remind me of like that like drop it like it's hot in that like beat. I feel like it's got a lot of that clicking, the popping, all that sort of stuff. So I don't know who their producer is, but he must have listened to a lot of like 90s West Coast hip hop. Gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, the production's cool. It uses a lot of like there's a lot of cool use of horns in the
Yes.
song,
Yeah. Yes.
obviously that are like very upfront, very fun. There's also like you mentioned, there's some tropes that are more akin to like 90s hip hop, early 2000s hip hop with like the record scratching and
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
the some like sound sampling in there, which is really cool. But I also think that the song did a much better job at showcasing everyone's talents a little bit more
I
too,
agree. Oh,
especially
100%.
especially Julie and Belle. Because Julie got like a good rap verse here where it's like
Yes.
she obviously like gets a lot of like the ad lib stuff, like the talking sort of ad lib that like a rapper would normally get. But her verse is really good. It's delivered well. It fits. It's not like shoehorned in really.
Hmm.
And then Haneul and Belle getting that beautiful harmony at the end, right before the last chorus. And then Belle just going off with like the belting and the whistle notes and
Yeah.
all of her.
Whew.
I mean, Belle is for deservingly every ounce of it. Belle is a show off in this song.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
at the
Yeah.
vocals at the end, it's crazy, and she is watching her watching the whole group honestly
Like pop off.
do the song live is awesome.
I might have to watch it live.
She hits those whistle notes live.
That's wild. I love that.
Yeah,
That's if you can pull. If you, I feel like if you can pull, if you leave it in a song and you can pull it off, that like only incentivizes me to love your group that much more. So I feel like for the sheer fact that they can pull this stuff off live is incredible. Um, I assume that they've only played on like variety shows in like Korea or like variety
yeah,
shows just in general.
they've done like the music shows, but they've also done like radio shows
Mhm.
and like variety
But
stuff.
I'm saying nothing like stateside, correct?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I would assume. I assume. I don't know how big. I don't know in terms of the group size if they're like
Well,
popping
so
off.
they're from a small company. The group that their predecessor group, Hot Issue, was very small. They struggled. They didn't sell much at all.
Hmm.
They, from what I'm aware of, is Hot Issue kind of disbanded because they weren't really doing well.
Moving, yeah, moving and grooving, yeah.
Um, Kiss of Life is kind of rising up. You know, they're from the same small company. They're doing very well. Their sales were really good for like a smaller kind of like, I don't want to say like Nugu group, but like a group that theoretically isn't really built for success.
Fair.
Like a group from JYP, a group from YG, a group from Hybe. They're gonna do good because they have the infrastructure
Sure,
fandom.
yeah.
They've got the money to put into marketing. They've
Hmm.
got the talent pool. They've got no shortage and no problem with like being successful. And they're always going to deliver a good product because they have like that backing and that support and stuff. Some of these smaller companies struggle with that because it's hard to build up a fandom out of nothing, or it's hard to get the finances to
Yeah,
do
sure.
something right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they kind of nailed this, and it is working out really well. And they've got a lot of people uh, interested in them. I know they're up for Rookie of the Year for a lot of the award ceremonies coming up, with some very big names, and fingers crossed they can win something. I would love to see it. I'm
Same.
rooting for them, but the
Same.
competition's fierce. The competition is always leaning towards the bigger
Sure,
companies.
yeah. Not the
So,
underdog, yeah.
but them being nominated is awesome.
Yeah. It shows
It's
that
super.
that hopefully that's going towards the trend of like smaller group or smaller labels and smaller groups are going to have that sort of same opportunity to be successful, So love to see it. I'm all about that's all that I do on my well, all that I do on my side. So I love seeing like smaller underground, again, underground in the sense of like I would imagine like the atypical like popular release listener would know about Kiss of Life, but I assume like more diehard, more like people that are like actively searching out for groups than are gonna find something like this.
So I think like a good comparison it would be that like your average K-pop fan, when Hot Issue was debuted, never heard of Hot Issue, but your
Sure.
average K-pop fan has heard of Kiss of Life.
Okay, that's fair. I don't
And
know.
Kiss of Life has been around. Kiss of Life has been around shorter than
Shorter amount of time.
Hot Issue.
Yeah.
And people in chat, dude, I am with you guys. Hot Issue is criminal for them to be disbanded. They were super talented. I think I have a Hot Issue album on my bookshelf that is like one of 400 or something sold for that album. It's like criminally low sales, and I'm never getting rid of it.
It's a grail. Is what the kids say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a kid anymore, unfortunately. But Kim says, all right, a couple. I guess we'll read a couple. G said them singing this live is amazing. We'll have to check out the live version of this. Crusoe says major love vibes for sure. Kim says not heard of any Kiss of Life songs. Their vocals sound good. G follows that up with Hot Issues getting disbanded so quickly is still a crime on humanity. And Cloud followed that up with we still hate S2 for disbanding Hot Issue. A lot of people are coming in for the follow-ups for that, so that must be serious group. Those girls are amazing. Smaller groups gotta get real viral and have a larger reach to really reach getting considered like larger groups. TikTok has been helping these smaller groups a lot. I can attest to that.
For sure.
That's literally what I was saying when we started the video, was that I knew nothing about Kiss of Life other than the fact that I clicked follow on Instagram because I was like, oh yeah, another K-pop group. I'll give them a follow, and I'm pretty sure we'll check them out at some point. And then Alex said we should do Kiss of Life tonight, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go, let's do it. So now we're here. Crusoe followed that up with Icons is forever a banger. I would assume that's in relation to Hot Issues. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, it's a Hot Issue song. Yep.
Okay, there you go. See, I know. I guess I kind of know some stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, the next song we have is Bad News. Are we correct? Are we back on track? The playlist track?
That's right. Yeah, we're
Okay.
back. We're back on. This is their newest mini album's title track. I have not seen the music video for this one or the next one.
Ooh, let's go.
Just because I don't got the time. Well,
You
I
only
was
make
like
time
also
here.
sort of. Yeah, honestly, I think I've been like not watching music videos lately because I just like I'll watch them on stream. I'll watch them.
Yeah.
I'll watch it on stream. I'll wait.
You got to be
So-
on the spot like me, you know? I'm the one that's always on the spot here. So, Cloud says,
Sterling said
Okay.
average K-pop fan may not have heard of Hot Issue. Real K-pop fans know them and still love. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would generally agree. I would definitely say the average fan probably doesn't know them. But if you're in the hole a little bit with the lesser known groups, you definitely appreciate them, right?
you respect them. Yeah. I love the
Yeah.
new
Crusoe
dudes.
says this is their favorite song of theirs. Okay.
Okay, let's go, Crusoe. Let's go. Okay. Some high praise here. Well, I think we should get into it, Alex. This is
do it.
Bad News by Kiss of Life. Let's give it a listen.
How do I look? 내가 변했냐고 소리를 들어봐 I'm the one man on the moon 내 머리 위로 사뿐사뿐 gonna feel no gravity 우린 어떻다 보고도 in the diggity Focus around 난 전혀 몰라 Look at me now 느낌이 와 Did you know what? I'm your wannabe 입 밖으로 못 뱉지 Oh oh can't you see running some days come in seven on Bad news 쉽지 않은 논란 말을 타 어딘지만 골라 From the east side to the west side Oh why in my time ago 하나둘씩 놀라 We got the moves 울려 퍼져 what Check my profile on the website Oh why in my time ago Yeah, 못 담을 걸 못하는 걸 다 하는 걸 난 하는 거 come in. Siren, 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 siren. On and on and on and. Bad news, 뒤에는 논란. My attitude, 뭐든지만 골라. From the east side to the west side. Oh, why? 못 잡는 걸. 하나둘씩 놀라. We got the moves. 울려 퍼져 why?
Oh my god.
Profile on the website. Oh, why? 못 잡는 걸. To the left, to the right, back and forth. You know what? I know one, solid one. Can I ride, make it up, driver mode? Oh, why? 못 잡는 걸. 쉽지 않은 논란. We know the truth. 이건 아무도 몰라. From the east side to the west side. Oh, why? Bad news, 하나둘씩 놀라. We got the move.
Ooh.
Check the profile on the website. Oh, why? 못 잡는 걸.
What is going on? What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, this video is insane.
This is nuts. What the hell? Oh my god, fuck. Alright, guys. That was bad news by Kiss of Life. I have so many questions about this whole music video, but I don't have time to delve into all the storyline, I guess, or whatever's going on. Criminal activity, maybe.
Yeah, Julie's getting arrested. She stole
Yeah.
a cop car.
Yeah. That fight choreo scene was sick, though. Gee, I will
Fight
say.
choreo
The fight choreo
was
tight.
dope.
Yeah. I felt a little fearful for my life, so you know it's good when you know, are a little scared. So, but yeah, no, the song was very interesting. I like that the guitar start like this real kind of like, I would assume it's like, almost like, I think it's probably like a drop D or something like that. It feels like a slide, like they're definitely using some sort of slide mechanism or something like that, or like it feels very riffy. I like it.
Does it give you Unforgiven vibes in the utilization of guitar?
Yes. Yeah.
Because it does for me as well, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah.
I just
Or
it in a similar way to having that like sort of Western acoustic guitar
agreed.
used as like a recurring implementation in the song. I think it utilizes it very similarly.
Or
Not in like a copying way. Just it's like a similar motif.
I was gonna say also, or very similarly to, I'm pretty sure you know the song, Cage the Elephant, like Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. That like Ain't No
I don't.
Rest for the Wicked. Okay, well, if you know that song, you know that song. But that's what it reminded me a lot more of, which is, I think, a little bit more on that slide guitar sort of thing. But yeah, I would also agree it did give me a little bit of Unforgiven vibes as well, but not in a bad way. I think Julie popped off in this track. She had some really great verses, some rap verses. You know, your boy loves a good rap. So, was vibing out with Julie.
Is the formula untouched? Is Julie your favorite?
No, I
Really?
actually like I like Natty the most, honestly.
Okay, based.
Based or Belle. I think that like especially in that last chorus when she hits that like insane note and then throws it down to like a whistle note, I was like, bruh, come on, man, you can't be doing this. I feel like she just flexes. Like she's
That's
just
what
like,
I've been saying.
she's just like, man, you know what would make this song great? Some whistle notes. Let me do it. And then
she's so funny. It's like so casual for her that like they'll be doing an interview or like a radio show or something, and someone will like point out her vocals or point out like a note, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's really easy," and then just do it real quick, like perfectly. Like she's so like talented and like good at hitting her notes that she just like, I don't know.
I feel like
Pitch
that's like
Perfect or
I feel
something.
like it's a Charlie Puth thing too, because Charlie Puth is like the same way where he's just like, all right, can you if I make a
Pitch
note,
Perfect.
he's also Pitch Perfect, yeah. But But like I just think that anytime like somebody that's like uber talented vocally is just like, hey, can you do this? And you're like, yeah, okay, so you do, and then just do like the thing. I'm like, bro, that is just a flex in and of itself. So kudos to Belle, crushing it. But yeah, I thought this one was good. I I think I might like Sh a little bit more, but this one was a very good one. What's your thoughts, Alex?
This is too new for me to decide, I think.
Really? Okay.
I really like shit, but I definitely I haven't watched any like live stages for this. I haven't watched a dance practice. I haven't watched like anything for it. So I think I need to like dive a little more into it to really get like a good comparison. I like the song.
Song's good though.
I don't know if it's gonna take over my number one spot, but we'll see.
Your highly contested number one spot, yeah.
Yeah.
This gave me a complete side tangent, but I should try to figure out what my top K-pop songs are for the year.
Make a playlist.
No, I know. I'll make a playlist.
We could do
a tier list.
Yeah, we could do a tier list, like a knockout tier list.
Oh,
or
like
not a tier list, like a bracket.
a final four kind of. Yeah. Like, yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. It's December, baby. Because I feel like that's now equally as important as my other normal content. So I feel like I gotta
end of year. You can do the audio addiction awards.
Yeah. Well, I already do albums of the year. I do EPs of the year, and I'm always be sure that it's gonna be a combination of the two. Kim said, "Chris,
now you have enough. You have enough going on. Now you can do a whole entire award.
Yeah, stream. I can. Yeah, I'm multifaceted. But yeah, no, this was a good one. I think I would agree with Alex that I need to listen to this song a little bit more. I feel like Sh was like right off the bat. I like already knew I was gonna like it because it hits those things that I already enjoy about like the specific type of K-pop, which is like the like R&B, like the little like jazzy kind of like. I feel like K-pop does that so well and so effectively in some group cases that it just hits. So I think for me this one was good, but I think it requires a little bit more listens, I'd argue. So, but I guess we'll get into this last one then, Alex. Kim said Christmas time special, possibly. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Crusoe said she's incredible, which I assume he's referring to Belle. And then G said, just listened to that song this morning. Still a great song. And then also confirmed that the next music video explains the storyline. And then Julie needs to stop being allowed to drive, apparently. And the Cloud said Julie should have been arrested for crushing. There's so many problems. And then G followed that up with nobody knows TTG and Gentleman top 3 on their album.
That's funny. I think My 808 is my favorite on the album.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically like the only one they didn't mention.
Well,
okay.
that's
the whole album.
Alex.
The whole album is good. In my
okay.
Opinion. So,
I'll probably give the whole album a listen.
I don't think there's any misses on it. So
okay, well, I'll give the album a listen. But all right, well, we'll move it into the last song, which is Nobody Knows. So, all right, if you're ready, Alex, you're doing this.
Yeah, let's go.
Crusoe says par for the course. Based Alex.
Yeah, it's fine.
The fan base knows you so well. It's crazy.
track. Woo. Tonight let's start a masquerade. I'm coming over, but nobody knows my little secret.
This guitar.
I got to never talk, never tell. When you feel it, come and get it. Come and get but just right there, it's alright. Yeah, I could be there for you. Yeah, I can be there. 솔직한 말을 원했거든. 전부 기다려 party tonight. Yeah, get this party started. Let's get it started. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows. 보이는 대로 man a good time. You're such a good time together. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows. 아무도 본 적 없는 dance in the shadows. I'm on a good time forever. 미소 뒤에 숨긴 나의 villain 같은 vibe. 굳이 쓸데없는 얘긴 차단하는 type. For real. Huh? And later on the night 저 다른 아이를 홀로서 깊은 어둠조차 두렵지 않아 babe. When you feel it come and get it. 이끌리진 너도 모르게 right. Yeah, I could be there for you. Yeah, I can be there. 어떤 상상했는 티는 밖에 내게 중요하지 않아. Yeah, get this party started. Let's get it started. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows. 보이는 대로 믿는 good time. You're such a good time together. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows. 아무도 본 적 없는 dance in the shadows. 나만 a good time forever. Yeah, what's good? Take your time, take your time, take your time, time. Let's flip that switch. I'm a wild. Yeah, what's good? Take your time, take your time. Yeah, let's flip that switch. Make it wild. Make it wild. When you feel it coming down, don't know how get party all night. To get this party started, let's get it started. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows, but we know that to meet the good boy. Ooh, it's such a good time together. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows to keep it child on dance in the shadows. No man a good time forever. Good time forever.
Okay, they did explain a lot of that.
Okay.
At the end, they should have been like, 4 K-pop superstars brought down an incredibly lucrative drug ring and crew. Should have ended it off like that. Oh my god, the ending.
Oh my God.
Cooking.
Jeez.
Cooking, baby. Love it. Guys, that was Nobody Knows by Kids of Life off their new mini album.
That was
right?
nice. That was nice.
It was nice. It's good. It as G put it, this song presses all the right buttons in my brain. I agree. This was a vibe, and they sufficiently brought the vibes. So I'm about it. I know I'm gonna feel like a broken record and say that, man, again, Belle doesn't have to, but man, do we salute her for the fact that she does do it. You know what I mean? Like, there was some notes that I was like, I'm sure everyone saw my face. You know, I hit him with the reaction face, you know? I was feeling the vibes. So Belle's crushing it. I also just love that they made Julie a badass. Like, again, I gotta respect it. She takes that part so seriously. She takes it so seriously. Like the attitude, like everything about it, I was like, damn, she's a boss. She's a boss. That's it. Respect.
Julie is a badass. It's a fitting scene for her.
Fitting scene for her. But yeah, no, the song itself was great. A little bit more. I think it was a little bit more subdued. Like I like the fact that the song was like again a little bit more vibier. The guitar phrasing was
nice.
very interesting. Not typical, I don't feel. From like the way that it's set up is like, I feel like it's very like hand plucked, which is very interesting because I don't think you typically get to hear that a lot within like K-pop. I know that they do include like a lot of guitar work, but not in that sort of styling. So as a guitar player myself, that's something I notice a lot. So I love that. The bass in this song, Chef's Kiss, I love the way that it's kind of sprinkled in there. There was a little bit like strings in there too. Just I think the instrumentation really helps out this song a ton, but I also feel like the ladies do not need any help whatsoever in the vocal department. So this is just, I feel like another song for them to just be like, yeah, we're gonna flex, we're gonna do it, we're gonna flex on you. I hope you're cool with that. And we're all like, yes, please do more, thank you, sick. So but I love the fact that I just loved it. Music video still, I get it now because I feel like there were some contextual points in this music video that did make sense for the previous one, but I do think it is a little bit, I felt like it was a little over the top in some ways because it's just like, man, holy shit, like they basically had like an action movie scene and then one part's just like one part's like other shit, like school kids like bullying stuff. Like I feel like the storyline is like, I'm curious what they're gonna do with that, if they're gonna do anything with it. But yeah, overall I thought it was a great track. This one is pretty high up there for me. What's your thoughts on it, Alex?
As far as the video goes, I mean, I agree. It's very over the top. It's very obviously crazy. I mean, you have them like flipping a police car.
Yeah.
And, like, getting arrested. I assume. I only watching it once. I didn't really get the full breakdown, but I'm assuming basically they're exposing and trying to kind of I don't know, expose
some
or
nefarious activities.
Some nefarious activities happening with like someone, assuming in like a high political office or some kind of like high influence person, and the four of them are kind of putting this plan together. It's very over the top, but it's fun. I mean,
yeah, keeps you entertained.
Yeah. Overall, I like it a lot. I mean, it's very smooth. It's like I could just listen to the song on repeat probably, and I would not get sick of it for a while.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about it. It's like, I don't want to say it's inoffensive, because if I say it's inoffensive, it sounds like it's not bad or good. I think it's really good, but it's like inoffensive to the point where it's like, I don't think I can get sick of it.
Okay, so
like
it doesn't lose repeat value. Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't do too much, but it doesn't lose repeat value at all. I think that makes it really good. Like the fact that it's like something I could put in I don't know, like a 10-track playlist with a couple other like
more vibier stuff. Yeah.
Or like jazzy R&B kind of easy listening songs like this, and just like loop it all day and it'd be no problem.
I think it would be crazy too, because like for me, like I think this fits in a I think this group fits in a playlist that, like, to me, like this is the type of stuff that I listen to like in my free time, and obviously listen to like a lot of metal music, but like I think this is so, like, it's got such a cool kind of chill tone to it that I think it fits well with some of like the other artists that I really love, that I found out about like this year, So I do think that to me it's like it would it very well hit that kind of like low key, like chill, jazzy vibe stuff that I've kind of come to grow to love while listening to a lot of the K-pop stuff. And like, I mean, I respect people that love the like really just like up tempo, crazy like K-pop songs. Um, but I think that these are songs that I like know, and I agree with Alex, like that you can just put on, and like I feel like I could show this to somebody else that isn't familiar with K-pop, and they'd be like, "Oh, I like this. This is kind of hidden." You know what I mean? Like, so I do love the fact that that is it. And again, I can't agree with G's point of saying that this song presses all the right buttons in my brain. I have to agree with her. She nailed it. So, but yeah, this is great. I am gonna have to listen to. So there's how many more songs on the album, that the mini album that we haven't listened to? So like 3, roughly.
I think there's 3 more.
Okay.
Somebody can
Well,
correct me. I think there's 5
nobody know,
total.
because we just did Nobody Knows. TTG and Gentleman are 2 that I have not listened to.
My
So-
808.
Oh, My 808. Okay, cool.
I think it's 5.
5 total.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let me see. G says Belle is quickly climbing my favorite K-pop vocalist rankings. That is definitely
Yeah.
justified. She is definitely up there in talent. I love how 3 of the justifications are based around like actual violence, and then you have somebody talking in a theater. Those felt like they were reaching a bit. Yeah, maybe.
It's a little.
I mean, the whole video is reaching a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, also fair.
She says one thing I do love that I hope they continue throughout their releases is keeping the interconnected storylines. Yeah, I agree. I also hope they keep doing this like storytelling narrative. I'm interested actually to see if there's. I've been a little disconnected from the stuff going on in the comeback. I don't know. Is there another music video coming for this album? I mean, like last mini album, they put out a video for every song. So I don't know if there's more coming or if this is it for now, or we don't know. I'd be interested to see if they're continuing the storyline or if we're waiting for the next comeback, I guess.
Yeah, because this just came out, right? This album just came out.
This just came out like a weekish ago.
Okay.
And this video just came out yesterday.
Okay, perfect timing then.
And she said 4. I'm assuming that means 4 songs that we didn't listen to on the album.
Okay.
So maybe there's 6 total.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I'll give it a whirl. I'm excited. But yeah, this is Kiss of Life. I mean, unless someone else has any other information like to pertain to Kiss of Life. I did mention this at the top of the show. We do plan on hopefully streaming next week, but it's not a guarantee because normally we have another co-host, Therese, who couldn't be with us tonight. She had something else, at prior engagements, so couldn't come on and do it, but she'll be back hopefully next week. But I know all of us are doing the holiday thing, so we may or may not have a stream next week. Haven't decided yet. It might be a like game time decision one. If anything, it might be Monday or Tuesday if we are going to do one instead of our typical Wednesday, just because we all have different things we have planned to be with family and stuff. So if we do plan on doing it, it's going to be Monday or Tuesday, and we're probably going to tackle, I would argue we're going to tackle one of the comebacks because there's quite a few that we are in the midst of. So I think what we have like Stray Kids 3, right? That was on the talking
Stray
box.
Kids, there's Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
We still need to do Red Velvet Part 2.
Yeah, we do have to do Red Velvet Part 2. Yeah, everybody was just stoked for Part 2. So maybe we'll do, depending upon how important it is, maybe we'll do whatever fits. Maybe we'll take a vote. We'll take a poll. What y'all would like to see. So make your comments known. I'll make a poll for after we hang this one up here. But I'll make a poll and see what everybody's feeling. So it'd be probably Stray Kids 3, Red Velvet 2, Dreamcatcher 4, I guess it would be. And then I don't know if we'll have a fourth option. I guess we could always just leave it at those three, since those seem to be.
Did we ever do the Dreamcatcher solo songs?
We didn't, but I listened to them because I'm a psychopath.
Okay.
I've gone through their all of their discographies a ton. So
I think if we do Dreamcatcher, we probably just need to listen to the whole album or the whole mini album
don't tell me
because we don't have anything else to listen to.
We don't. No, not in terms of new stuff. That might be an off stream. Maybe that might, or not an off stream. That might be like a separate stream. If we're just gonna do it, it's just the album.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to ask Therese
Alright.
if she's a Dreamcatcher stan or not. So
Yeah.
I
Alright,
am.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But we'll leave it up to you guys. I think if anything, again for Dreamcatcher, I think we probably will just leave it up to an album stream, just because I think that's probably what seems the most appropriate. Because I've already checked out all of the solo songs already on my own free time. Sorry guys, it's been a little bit since we did Dreamcatcher part whatever. I think part 3. So I just listened to him because I love Dreamcatcher now. But yeah, we'll probably throw in the poll Stray Kids 3, Red Velvet 2, and maybe a third one. I know we had a couple in the our little document that we could hit next. So I don't know if you have that pulled up, Alex, but and then if there's another comeback, is there any other comeback that you're particularly interested in, Alex, since you're on here?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little out of the loop on what's happening. I know that there are
there's a
lot of awards stages coming up, and I think we were talking about possibly doing a stream only.
Of the stages, yeah.
Viewing of like Mama stages or maybe like some Billboard stages or something. So that I would expect that in the future.
That is definitely happening, yeah.
Other than that, groups I can think of that are definitely on our list, or streams that are definitely on our list right now, is going to be like Red Velvet Part 2 is definitely at the top of the list.
I would agree. Yep.
Billy, Weekly are definitely on there. AT's definitely high up on the list right now. We'll see. We'll see what we have time for. I would say most likely next week we'll probably do the Red Velvet Part 2 just because
it's the easiest.
Yeah, just because it's ready to go. Their comeback happened and we can do it.
Yeah, so here's the potential for end of the rest of the year, right? So we did shelve CLC, unfortunately, but we will probably get to them at some point because we'd like to get to Kepler 1 at some point. Am I correct?
Oh, we'll for sure get to CLC. It's just Kepler.
Okay. Kepler, sorry.
But yeah, eventually we'd like to get to Kepler, and to get to Kepler, I want to do CLC first.
Correct.
And CLC is a little bit of like an evergreen group since they're not active. So
yeah, we talked about that.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah. So, and then as well as that, we also have, as Alex mentioned, we have AT's, Billy, Mamamoo, Tomorrow Together, Oh My Girl, Girls' Generation, One We, P1 Harmony, Stacy, and then obviously I already mentioned Dreamcatcher already, but that would probably just be that. G says if you want to do a Nugo group, you can do Rocking Doll is a good one. Maybe we'll check.
Rocking Doll's cool.
Rocking Doll seems interesting. We could do that. I know there's a few other people that mentioned some other ones. I know in the last Red Velvet we will be adding 2 more songs onto the playlist because apparently we missed 2 big ones, so maybe we'll do those. I mean, not maybe, we probably will be doing those on that playlist for Red Velvet. But beyond that, I don't know. And then we'll do a stream. Definitely probably doing a stream of like some of my favorite K-pop stuff. So maybe I'll just make a super long like K-pop playlist and go through some of my favorite songs of the year that I listen to and do a stream. That'd be sick. maybe I'll do that closer to Christmas time. Like some of my favorites of the groups that we've tackled throughout like the 6-ish months. I feel like that'd be pretty fun to kind of compile a YouTube like MV list or like B-sides, MVs, all that stuff, and just have a hangout sesh. So we'll see, but that's the goal. That's the plan. So, and we have not forgotten about the Kpop or Cap thing that Therese and Alex are crafting up for me to challenge. That will probably be an end of the year video because they want to test my knowledge of K-pop now. So I'm really gonna get put in the hot seat.
Yeah, we're working on some fun stuff.
Yeah, some fun stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. This was a quickie. Normally we do these for a little bit longer, but it's okay. We're gonna get out early, and I respect that. You know, everybody's gonna have hopefully a good night or day or wherever you're from. Shout outs for you coming through. Thank you to chat. Loved all the comments. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But I'm pretty sure if you'd like to make your comments known, we'll just make a poll and we'll see what checks out, whether it be Stray Kids, Red Velvet too. So if you are a stan of either of those groups, let your voice be known. I'd love to know. But yeah, that's it. If you like this and you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're following us, if you haven't followed us on Twitch, that's the best way to know when we go live. So make sure to follow us on Twitch, and you'll get notified of when we go live. But mostly they've been Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, and Mondays we've been doing every other Monday. So can't unfortunately put that in my schedule here on Twitch. But yeah, that's what we got. So if you enjoyed our commentary, we, again, normally have another co-host, Therese, but she was not here, so she will most likely be in the next one. So come hang out for the next one. And Alex, thank you for putting the list together, and thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. See you all next time.
Peace, guys.